Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here from YouTube, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Spinner. This is an application that will allow for privacy transactions to occur on internet, computer, and Bitcoin. So let's get into this. So welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video we're going to be learning a little bit about Spinner, which is basically a Tornado Cash style application. So it allows for privacy transactions to take place. And this is very important because a lot of people don't like other people following their money, their moves, things like that. I totally get it, 100%. You can find Spinner on Twitter at SPNRAPP. And really it goes on to say private transactions for internet, computer, and Bitcoin. As everybody knows, or maybe you don't know, Dfinity is going to integrate Bitcoin into the internet computer blockchain, and this will allow for bridgeless control of Bitcoin on the Bitcoin network. So this is revolutionary, and this is extremely huge. So with that said, I was just kind of looking at this a little bit more, and they are planning to launch a privacy token as well, SPNR, reward Spinner users to facilitate swaps between different private tokens, so on and so forth. So this seems pretty decent so far out of the gates. We'll just take a quick look at their website and then we'll look at the app in a second. This is still in beta testing, so I'm not going to go through and deposit any ICP or anything like that. But really, private notes. A user mints private notes and deposits a matching amount of tokens to the Spinner smart contract. These notes can be used to withdraw funds at any time. Spinner keeps no records of user accounts or addresses. Users never submit their private notes to Spinner, and Spinner transactions remain fully anonymous. Private notes can be used to prove that a matching deposit exists for a withdrawal request without revealing any knowledge about the actual deposit, thanks to ZK Snark, which is interesting. So Spinner users will benefit from the internet computer's direct integration with BTC and enjoy private transactions directly on the Bitcoin blockchain without any bridges. That's what I am most excited about. Now Bitcoiners, they want to hide some transactions or move some money around more anonymously. This will benefit them. So they got this roadmap here. Like I said, this is still in beta testing mode, so I wouldn't go wild with sending ICP here until everything can be fully vetted, stuff like that. But they had they were part of the Supernova Hackathon and all of that. So it's really interesting to see how this will all shake out. Really, the one thing that I want to kind of focus on is, what the difference between Spinner and Zcash, and what the difference between Spinner and Tornado Cash is, because these are two very widely popular used applications. Zcash was a pioneer in applying Z-Snark to blockchains and has popularized private transaction concepts like shielding, unshielding, which are now well understood. But Zcash, or Monero, is a layer 1 blockchain with its own consensus protocol, proof of work mining, etc., which are more of an infrastructure concern. Besides, they lack smart contract abilities and can only support their own native tokens. So whenever Dfinity integrates these other tokens into the internet computer blockchain, you will be able to use Spinner Cash on the the internet computer blockchain to, let's just say Ethereum is probably the next one that's going to get integrated. That is going to be huge. But Spinner, on the other hand, is an application built on top of a blockchain. It wants to take advantage of internet computers' web-serving canisters, infinity scalability, and most importantly, the upcoming threshold ECDSA feature that will put an end to the hot mess created by cross-chain bridges, things like that. Bridges are very complex and hackable if they are not built right. Now, when we look at the difference between Spinner and Tornado Cash, Spinner's design was influenced by Tornado Cache. However, Spinner was built from the ground up as a native application on the internet computer, leveraging cutting-edge technologies such as orthogonal persistence. And really, we are going to come back to that word in just a second, and web-serving smart contracts, as well as its reverse gas model. We hope to bring better user experiences and versatile utilities reaching beyond a single chain. The most crucial difference, however, is that Tornado Cache has to deploy separate smart contracts on each chain it supports, while Spinner smart contracts are all a part of one integral application running on IC supporting tokens on other chains. Expect more privacy and interoperability between chains and tokens. So it is kind of what it is in a nutshell. Again, we're going to be coming back to one word here, orthogonal persistence, in just a second. Really, this is the application. It's pretty straightforward and all that. I mean, there's not much to really talk about here. You can deposit your tokens that you want to shield or make private, and really put in the recipient's address, the amount that you want shielded, and then boom, you can send the ICP off. So that's kind of how it works. And then orthogonal persistence, I found this tweet dating back to July 1st, 2020. Dominic Williams, who is the founder, chief scientist of Dfinity, says, understanding orthogonal persistence. The internet computer hosts interoperable compute units called canisters, which are smart contracts, which are an evolution of smart contracts. Each canister bundles WebAssembly bytecode and the specific memory page's linear memory the code runs within. When you write canister code in Rust or Motoko or other languages, you behave as if your canister will run forever, and simply keeping that data inside standard variables, objects, and collections. You forget about data persistence. Persistence is orthogonal because you don't have to think about marshaling your data in and out of databases and files to prevent it from being lost on restarts. Only beautiful software logic remains, and you focus more on what you are coding rather than the how of a system. Canisters behave like software actors when executing function calls that can mutate memory pages, preventing internal concurrency races, and enabling the internet computer to deterministically persist their memory pages even while it runs them in parallel. Coding with orthogonal persistence immediately feels natural, and it provides an amazing simplification and improvement in the way we develop and run software. Once you've tried it, you'll never go back. You can try it out using this here, and then it says NB, Motoko Lang, designed by the Dfinity Languages team led by Andreas Rosberg, co-creator of WebAssembly, is adding specific language features to re-orthogonal persistence to allow for transparent heap migration on canister software upgrades. This is getting interesting. So this is something, that they've kind of been thinking about now for years and years and years. And it's just finally kind of coming to fruition, and really all that stuff. So it's interesting to see some of the historical aspects of Dfinity and what they've been building over the years. But I do think that Spinner Cache is a necessary application for the internet computer ecosystem, simply because it provides that privacy. It just is necessary 100% in every single ecosystem. So we have privacy when we have cash in our hand. Now we'll have privacy when we have our favorite tokens in our hand. So with that said, folks, hope you guys enjoyed this video on Spinner Cache. Stay tuned for the end screens. I've got other great videos of other applications built in the internet computer ecosystem if you're interested in finding out more. See you guys all on the next video.